Hi guys, it's me again with a new I Am Fun Size for you. Oh, I hope you are all doing wonderfully well on this beautiful day or night, depending on where you are in the world. And I am very eager to talk about this topic with you, not just because it's something that I actually have been working on for many, many years of my life once I recognized and realized through the wisdom of others and through my own experiences that was something this important, but also because I've been getting an influx of messages from people asking a lot of different questions, but that all somehow pertain to this particular topic. So, for those of you who feel like you've sent in emails and maybe haven't heard back from me or haven't seen a video that's responding to that particular question, please do know that A, I read all of those, and B, this may be the video for you because this is a very broad and far-reaching topic that all of us need to, I think, take care of in our world in order to take care of ourselves. So rather than speak to a particular email that came in or a particular question, I'm just going to start talking about this. There are a lot of times in our lives when, how do I say it? I guess when it feels like people are saying things that are hurting us, and the feeling is so wounding that you start asking, gosh, why me? I'm a good person. Why would you say that about me? Or why do I have to take that? Or why is this coming at me? Why should I, this is such an injustice. Why should it be hitting me of all people? I've been receiving a lot of emails from people kind of talking about that, whether they're experiencing it with their family or their friends or colleagues. This sense of, I know that I know that I'm better than this, but other people don't think I am, and how do I make them see? And this just feeling that that they maybe aren't being seen or treated well from the outside. And I feel like this is such a difficult topic to talk about with people because sometimes the message is received in a more painful way than I intended. So please understand that this is not about me saying that it is anyone's personal fault that they are feeling that way, because believe me, I've felt that way too. But what I've also realized is that, and I've realized this not on my own, this is certainly through the wisdom of others and my mentors and my dear ones who have constantly reminded me of this, and I'm dealing with it all the time, that it really is more about knowing your own worth than it is about proving it to others. Because I wanted to share this with you. There is a quote in The Four Agreements, which is a wonderful, wonderful book for any of you who haven't read it. And it presents four particular tenets that you can live your life by, that are very simple but not easy to follow. It's a really incredible book of wisdom, and I think it's worth everyone reading. But in the book, the author talks about how we talk to ourselves. And I'm just going to read you a part. It says, "Nobody abuses us more than we abuse ourselves. True, we find people who say their husband or wife or mother or father abused them, but you know that we abuse ourselves much more than that. The way we judge ourselves is the worst judge that ever existed. If we make a mistake in front of people, we try to deny the mistake and cover it up. But as soon as we are alone, the judge becomes so strong, the guilt is so strong, and we feel stupid or bad or unworthy. In your whole life, nobody has abused you more than you have abused yourself." Now, he uses the word abuse a lot, and I would like to exchange that for nobody has necessarily talked to you potentially as badly as you might have talked to yourself. And this is where I mean knowing your worth, knowing that you are worthy of all of these things that you feel so indignant that other people aren't giving you. Sometimes I think part of the problem is that on the inside, we don't actually feel worthy of that love or that respect, or the things that we say to ourselves in our heads are worse than anything anyone else might say to ourselves. I am so guilty of this. I say things to myself sometimes that when I actually clock it, I'm like, I would never say that to anyone else. And I would probably never tolerate someone else saying that to me. But because it's in our own head, we automatically assume that it's innocuous, that it's not important, that it's no big deal, that our inner judge must somehow be okay to talk to ourselves that way because, it's ourself. And I know myself. I can say mean things to myself. No big deal. No, 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 no. It's so much more important that you talk to yourself well and take care of yourself and love yourself actively on the inside than it is that anyone else on the outside does. It's just easier for us to understand when it's coming at us when it is hurtful than we understand when we're saying it to ourselves. Sometimes we don't even realize it. It becomes second nature that you judge yourself and you say, oh man, I'm so stupid, or oh, I can't believe I did that, I'm such a jerk, or whatever you say. And these are harsh things. These are terrible things you would never want anyone else to say to you, and you certainly wouldn't say to someone else. Your words are powerful. I know you guys have heard me say that all the time. And the truth is, the way you speak to yourself is incredibly powerful too. And if you know your worth, not your financial worth, not your level of success, but your worth as a human being, if you treat yourself with the respect and the kindness that you want to see from other people, chances are you won't necessarily tolerate that in the relationships in your life, or other people will begin to not necessarily treat you that way because there's just something about someone who knows their innate worth that keeps people from being quite as cruel to their face as I think other people might want to be. Now, I don't want anyone who is listening to this to think that I'm saying that it is your fault or your responsibility if other people mistreat you. It is not. Sometimes in our lives, there are going to be people who, for whatever reason, want to hurt us or say bad things. It might be because they are in so much pain, or they are feeling lonely or lack or hurt or not enough and they have to lash out at someone. It might be because they're jealous. It might just be because they're in a bad mood. There are plenty of reasons that someone might do that have nothing to do with you. Absolutely nothing, and you have no control necessarily over that. But what you have a little bit of control over, a little to a lot of control over, is how you take that in. If you are constantly hearing from someone that you're not a good person, or some kind of thing that is painful to hear, but you know inside that that's not true, somehow you do have a little more of a shield from internalizing that and making it so painful. It's when we hear things and believe them that are so bad about ourselves that we start to feel small and hurt and wounded. And indeed, when it comes from a loved one, it can feel even worse. But truly, no one's opinion of yourself matters more than yourself. And the way you treat yourself and the way you talk to yourself is of such vital importance. I cannot impress it upon you enough. I say this because I know the most damage that I have ever done to myself, the most painful moments in my life have come from my own words to myself in my head, from the things that I have said, from the way that I have internalized or interpreted things that have happened around me and turned them into reasons to not like myself or not take care of myself or not feel worthy. You are worthy. You are powerful. You are important on this planet because you are uniquely you, and no one else has anything like what you have to offer because you are the only you that exists in the universe. So that alone makes you worthy. So please be kind to yourself today. Know your worth. Know that it isn't about success or what relationship you're in or the things that you have or the finances that you have. It's not about your grades. It's not about any of those things. It's about who you are and who you know you are and how well you treat yourself and how you share that beautiful human being with the world. That is the most important, and you are worthy. You are worth so much. So, please take my words and run with them and take good care of yourself. Even if you're struggling, if you're having a bad day, it does not mean that you are not beautiful and worthy and capable of so many things. Don't let it get you down, and please don't talk to yourself in any way that doesn't celebrate the awesome human that you are, and that the awesome things that you are capable of, and the things that you aspire to, and the things that I know you can be. So, with that, I am going to go take the rest of the night and do some things that are good for me, because I want to take good care of myself because I'm worthy like you are. That sounded so cheesy. Oh my God, but we're putting it out there anyway. You guys, if there are any more questions or any specific things that you want to talk about or you want me to talk about on I Am Fun Size, as usual, please make sure to send me an email, Anjali at iamfunsize.com. Send me comments in the thread below here at YouTube. Find me on the interwebs. You can find all of my handles at the end of this video. And if you want to share this with others, please do. Please subscribe. Please spread the word. And have yourselves a great day.
All right, you beautiful people, send me your stuff. You can email me at anjali@iamfunsize.com. These are all of the places you can find me on the interwebs. Please send me questions, pictures, fan art, cosplay pictures. Send me pictures of puppies. You know how I love the puppies. Oh, please, please, more puppies.
Can I please? Please, guys. Please.